Hi friends, welcome. In today's session, I will explain translate function in SQL. As you can see on my screen, the smaller definition of translate function. Translate is a built-in function that replaces the sequence of characters with another set of characters one by one. So the syntax of the translate is like input. It accepts three arguments. First argument is input string, second argument is characters, and the third argument is translations. Can see these are we are having three important points which we always need to keep in mind while working on translate function. The first point is it will replaces character by character. I will explain in detail with an examples related to this first point. Next, the data type and the character's length of second and third argument should be the same. So these characters and translations, these two arguments, the data type and the character lengths both should be the same, guys. Third point is it is a case insensitive. That means it will treat upper and lower case values in the same way. All three arguments, which are the input string, the characters, and the translations, all are mandatory, guys. So let's quickly move to the examples. In the example one, let's say translate. The input value I wanted to pass is within the square brace. I want to pass 456, then I'm going to say 989, and within this input string I wanted to search for open and close square braces, and then want to replace it with open and close curly brace or the regular braces. So when I execute, see guys, the input string has the square braces, the open and closed square braces. Wherever we have this open square brace, it has replaced with the open curly brace. Similarly, wherever we have closed square brace within this input string, it has replaced with the closed curly braces or the regular brace. Alright, let's move to the example 2. In the example 2, I will say select translate. So 23 562, let's say 43. So this is just a dummy data, guys. Wherever we have dot and comma, I would like to replace them with comma, comma and dot. So in this input string, wherever I have dot, I wanted to replace it with comma. Similarly, wherever I have comma in this input string, I wanted to replace it with full stop. All right, let me execute this query quickly. See guys, let me copy it from here and paste it here so that you can see it clearly. See guys, earlier it was full stop and comma. Now it has changed it to comma and full stop. All right. So let's quickly move to example 3. So in the examples 3, say translate. Welcome to the class. So I want to call class. So in place of A, B, and C, I wanted to replace it with 1, 2, 3. Let's replace with 1, 2, 3. So as I was saying, this translate function going to replace character by character in my first note. So as you can see here, in this input parameter or the first argument, it gonna look for character A. So wherever we have character A within this input string, it's gonna replace it with 1. Similarly, it again go and search for character B. Wherever we have character B, since we do not have character B in the input string now, but if we have character B, it's going to replace it with 2. Similarly, again it go and look for C. So C, look here guys, C, we are having lowercase here, but here we have the uppercase. So since it is case insensitive, so it's gonna replace it with 3. Let me execute it quickly. See guys, let me copy from here, paste it here. See guys, wherever we have C, it has replaced with 3. Similarly, wherever we have A, it has replaced with 1. Since we do not have B within the input string, it did not replace its value and just move to C. Since we are having C 2 times, so it has replaced 3 successfully. Okay, so let's move to example 4. So in the example 4, we will look how this translate function is going to treat the null values. So in real time, we will be dealing with huge data guys. So it won't be possible to go and see the null values in a huge tons of data. There are chances we may overlook the null values. So how this translate function is going to treat those null values as an input string. Let's see. So let's say suppose I wanted to replace full stop with some dollar sign. When I execute this, see guys, whenever we are having null values, it obviously going to return us a null value in our output. All right. So as I was saying, another thing in my notes section, the length and data types should be of same. So let's use this example 3. So let's say suppose I'm using only 2 characters in the second argument, whereas I'm using 3 characters in the third argument. So when I execute this query, see guys, SQL Server is going to throw me an error which says the second and third arguments of the translate built-in function must be an equal number of characters. See guys, that's the reason why we always need to ensure the second and third arguments should be of same data type and the length. All right, let's quickly move to the final example. So in this example, we will see how to update using translate function. So as I always say, make use of select query before updating. Let me write select star from employees to print the values first. See guys, I'm having employee ID, name, salary, and gender and email fields, out of which I wanted to make use of email column, and wherever I have this @ symbol, I wanted to just replace it with, let's say suppose dollar symbol. So let me call only this email and execute. See guys, we are only fetching the email column, out of which I'll use translate email, comma, and I wanted to look for @ symbol and replace it with dollar sign, as let me call translated email as alias. So when I execute, see guys, you can see wherever we have @ signs, it has replaced with this dollar sign. All right, let's quickly update the table now. Since we are sure now gonna replace all values correctly, so then I'm using this entire translate function, copy and paste it here. Since I wanted to replace all records in this email column, I'm not making use of where clause for this update guys. So when I execute this, see guys, 5 rows has affected. So let's bring up all columns from the employees table. See guys, it has replaced at the rate with this $sign. Hope it is clear. So one final thing which I wanted to convey here is the difference between the translate and replace. So you might be thinking, what is the difference? You know, even we can make use of a replace function instead of using the translate function. But as I was saying, you need to remember all these notes, important point guys, as well as see here guys. Here we are actually looking for this open and closed square braces within this complete string and wanted to replace with open and closed curly braces or regular braces. Similar operation at the replace function, if we wanted to use replace function, it will take multiple replace functions in order to perform these operations guys. So it is always suggested to make use of best possible method to perform the operations guys. All right, that's all about the translate function guys. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for watching this.